Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam the podcast, brought to you by Manscaped.com and Sports Matters TV. And I'm joined by the one and only, the icon, Matt Murphy, fresh after a number of big days, big weeks. He was starring in the Echo Boys, which was sold out throughout Cork City for the whole duration of it. So, look, Matt, it's great to have you back, my man. You've been busy the last couple of weeks. We just have to send our wishes to our very own Phil Connolly. He's still under the weather at the moment, and we hope he's back next week. But he needs to rest up and get better. And Phil, we love you to bits as always. It's always strange when Phil's not here because he's never sick, So that's one thing that we find bizarre. When he's missing, it's like we've lost our left leg, Matt, isn't it? He's such a vital part of the team.
Yeah, and I saw him while we were actually doing the Echo Boys. He was actually in charge of filming. So him actually still powering through like the sickness, still showing up to work is nothing but inspirational. But at the end of the day, like Phil, you're some man, you're the heart and soul of WrestleSlam. Let's be honest now. But
Oh, he
like
is.
he needs to rest up. So Phil, get that iconic voice of yours all sorted soon by. But as for Echo Boys. Yeah, lad, it just went so fast, I thought, lad. It was like it felt like the rehearsal was like really dragging so much time, but we were so committed into the roles. And then we got to the theater. We just hit that because it was like a week long, we hit that point where we're like, it seems like we're just going to work at this stage. But no, what pushed us is everyone that showed up to Echo Boys, they bought a ticket, it sold out. I think about 3 weeks after it was going up online, lad. So for those of you that actually saw it and actually said hi after, what's the crack? And yeah, this is me without a beard, especially gone just this morning. It's gonna be back during the winter, boys. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
boy.
is it hard? Is it hard, Matt? Like, obviously, you're working with all the crew for so many days and weeks, especially with the rehearsals and stuff. Is it kind of is it a shitty feeling when it's all said and done? Do you miss some of the faces? Is it hard to get back to normality after something like that?
Uh, to be honest, I actually honestly thought that was like, no, we'll go back to reality straight after. But no, because we were doing it for so long and because I got to know everyone so long, it's weird not seeing everyone's faces because
Yeah.
I was just used to going on to set and just like chatting to the actors, chatting to the crew, like nothing's happening. But yeah, it felt like you finished your last day of work, actually your last day of a year-long work, like so. But of course, we're all keeping contact, and now we're gonna look back on it and be like, this is an amazing play we put together, like especially underneath Marion White, who's don't know if she's a wrestling fan, but hopefully she's watching. So yeah, get into wrestling and watch this for this particular reason, Marion.
I love it. I love it. Now, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, look, we're going to mention Rebel County Wrestling, guys, June 15th. It's going to be at the Pab Cork. Matt, as always, proudly showing off the t-shirt. He is the model when it comes to the shirt. He's got the big guns to show it. But yeah, it's June 15th is fast approaching. It's also the night Billy Bellum will celebrate his birthday. They announced a massive match today. The X Division Championship. Mark Haskins. You know what I mean? He's one guy, first of all, that we have to talk about. A guy that will definitely, no doubt be a future RCW champion. But Haskins has been announced in that match, and I know Phil had a great experience with Haskins and Vicky a while back. But yeah, the match is incredible. First of all, Robbie X versus Andy Steele versus Martin Stairs versus Mark Haskins with Vicky. This match obviously is incredible. It's for the Rebel X Division Championship. The Rebel X Championship, and it's at the Pab June 15th, guys. Now, that match, first of all, is incredible. But the fact that we're seeing the return of Andy Steele of the Saviors, this is unique, Matt. What's your thoughts on that match announcement?
Yeah, when you tell me who do I think is gonna win, lad, we've seen these lads like compete, and it's so difficult. Like we got Robbie X, who actually will defend the RCW Rebel X Championship. He straight up said that he would be a fighting champion, and that he proved it. He is not his first time getting in the ring with like three amazing competitors, as we saw on the last show. We got Martin Steers, who yeah, he cost Fabio so many times, but I think he's about to show why he will be worthy for the Rebel X championship. And we got Andy Steele. I mean, we already got like one RCW world champion in the Saviors and Owen Richards, might as well for him to finish his own story by carrying a bit of gold with Owen Richards. And of course, Mark Haskins, he had probably, to be honest, one of the best RCW matches of all time with Owen Richards. So he showed that he's worthy of getting a bit of a gold, and he already left his mark. People still talk about him, so might as well leave an X in the Rebel County. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. Anytime that anything for the Rebel X Championship is up and running, you know you're gonna have a good time.
Definitely. And guys, the tickets are on sale right now. Eventbrite.ie RCW Rebel County Wrestling. Just go there and you'll get tickets for I suppose the IWE shows as well, and much more. But yet again, Rebel County Wrestling, June 15th, the Pavilion, aka the PAV, Cork City.
Say hello to my little friends.
It is going to be incredible, guys. And yet again, it is titled Say Hello to My Little Friend. And it's going to be iconic. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. June is a great time of the year, guys, and it's going to be a great show. Now, we have to talk about Jinder Mahal. He's worthy to be one of the main event topics here on the WrestleSlam show, guys. Jinder has been released by WWE, which was a bit of a shock. There's been a bit of a backlash. But Jinder seems keen just to move on, and I think there was a little hint there that he might join TNA or All Elite Wrestling. But he did mention Hook, and he says there was a little kind of thing like he wants to fight Hook in New York. So I'd be nearly certain to say this, Matt, that Jinder Mahal is heading to All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, I was like kind of hesitant if he's gonna go to All Elite Wrestling, just because that random banter that Tony Khan went on his infamous Twitter spree of like just comparing Jinder to Hook, and we all came up and just said, Jinder, no, Tony, no one said that. What are you on about, boy? So maybe they're just gonna finish like the Twitter bout and just have Jinder come back and facing off against Hook. I need to double check what it is, but of course, Jinder now confirmed his wrestling name, and then now that he left WWE, so you know that he's gonna be business like. Like WWE was, granted, he didn't have the best WWE championship run, if I'm going to be honest. But until he got released, WWE was using him well to build him up as the main eventer. So if we're going to see him over in TNA or All Elite, the last thing they're going to do is just say, "Oh yeah, you used to be in WWE. Here's a push." No, he's just going to come in and he's going to show why he's worthy. Like so, yeah. Jinder took a while for me to win him over, but he is actually going to be going to places like.
Yeah, he's after applying for trademark names. So Raj Dashi and the Majara. So he's applied for trademarks for 2 names. I don't think he can keep that Jinder Mahal name, which is a bit of a disaster. But he's definitely for me a future WWE Hall of Famer. But I think I really think that they could have used him better in WWE. Obviously, last time we seen him on the screen, it was obviously with The Rock, and he had a match against Seth Rollins. But I like Jinder. Do you know what I mean? I do.
Yeah. And especially how big WWE culture is over in India. Like,
well, yeah, they have millions tune in via India, so like they could lose millions of followers through that. But it's just going to be interesting to see what does happen. And we will keep you updated here at WrestleSlam with all that news. Right, just 1 second. So WWE tonight, guys, obviously Raw. Obviously Logan Paul will be at Raw tonight. Jey Uso teams with Ricochet and Andrade to take on the Judgment Day. So Mr. JD McDonough will be in action tonight with Balor and Damian Priest. Obviously, the WWE Draft continues this Monday on obviously this Friday. There's been a number of draft picks already. NXT Battleground Las Vegas, that's Sunday, June 9th at the UFC Apex. Obviously, we know Backlash is soon enough, guys. That's going to be in France, May. And they have announced that Damian Priest will take on Jey Uso. That'll be an interesting match. Is Jey Uso, is he a future world champion, Matt, do you reckon?
Well, it's kind of difficult to really say, to be honest, because he showed that he can be a good main eventer, but I can see him being a world champion, and definitely, you never know, maybe he's actually going to have a little rivalry with Roman Reigns when he does come back. That maybe he's going to have a match with Cody Rhodes. It's going to be an underdog story. Jey Uso wins. Cody like shakes his hand, gives him the title, and then all of a sudden Roman Reigns comes out, Superman punch, and that's gonna build up another rivalry within the bloodline. But
Yeah.
it's just a what do you want about Matt? Have an idea, but I can see WWE going to that route. But at the moment, I'm on board with main event Jay living up to his name, being a main eventer.
Yeah, no, I like you. Well put, my friend. Well put. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I suppose the draft is the big thing. No real surprises just yet. No real surprises. Obviously, look, we'll see what happens tonight and Friday. We'll report back to you next week, guys, what will happen via the draft. But yet again, it's been kind of it's been a slow start since I suppose WrestleMania in a sense, Matt. There's been a few things happening, but there's not been a lot. A few things happening over in All Elite Wrestling right now. Apparently, they're in trouble. They've lost two big network sponsors, which is not good. So
AEW is in trouble. That's the first time I'm hearing about this.
yeah, it's yeah. Look, there's no surprises. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on at the moment, but we have to talk All Elite first of all. Darby Allin was hit by a bus in New York, and he went to was it a pantomime or a musical straight afterwards. He's just a top.
I think he said he went to a Broadway show while he was in New York. Look, I don't blame him. I saw a Broadway show when I was in New York. They're absolutely amazing. But hearing the words Darby Allin going to a Broadway show, I'm like, all right, Darby. That doesn't seem your forte, but him getting hit by a bus is just another day for him. He's a risk taker. He's a man who jumped into glass. He's a man who permanently have a chain around his neck. Yeah, but hopefully did he just get out just a broken nose out of this, like.
Yeah, broken nose, quite swell. But yeah, it's interesting. But he's some man. And we wish you a speedy recovery, Derby. You just get on with it, man. That's the way you are. I love it. I love it. Julia Hart is shelved with a long-term injury, as reported by eWrestling.com. Thunder Rosa thinks All Elite Wrestling Dynasty was one of the company's best pay-per-views. The latest injury news, so apparently Powerhouse Hobbs has he's obviously injured. It's not looking good.
There's so many injuries happening that's no longer funny at the moment here in wrestling in general. Like,
yeah, no, it's interesting. It's a tough sport. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, there's on the website it says Gunther. He didn't want to work with Vince McMahon. I won't go into detail just yet, but we can read through that next week. Where else are we? Obviously, Nick Aldis is saying that Braun Breaker is tremendous. Yeah, where are we? So obviously, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I think you mentioned Kamala Hayes is coming on the main roster, which is a big one now. And what I love about WWE that they're aware not everyone is watching NXT, so they're gonna introduce them to see how much of the big deal it is. Especially that Mr. Triple H is like running everything and he shows love to the talent. So can't wait to see that. Like,
yeah, definitely. It's there's not been a lot happening, guys, to be honest, I think in the world of wrestling. SummerSlam tickets. So if you haven't got your WWE SummerSlam tickets yet, guys, they're on sale this Thursday. Get them ASAP. There's a big dispute right now about who's gonna host WrestleMania 41. There was a couple of places in the pipeline, but I think it's kind of back and forth, and no decision has been made just yet. Apparently.
Did we send in a rehearsal video for hosting WrestleMania 41?
We did.
We did, yeah. So, right, you never know.
Yeah, well, apparently the primary choice was Minneapolis, but now they're saying they want to shift it to Las Vegas. Like, imagine Las Vegas WrestleMania 41. That would be insane. That'd be the one WrestleMania that would get me out of retirement and say, right, I might actually go to Las Vegas for WrestleMania. But it's just so expensive these days. It's 2 nights, you know what I mean? Obviously, to get to Vegas, it's not bad. Hotels are very, very reasonable, but it's just, you're paying for 2 nights. There's a lot of tickets. There's Raw, SmackDown, there's the double shows.
I still haven't experienced a WrestleMania yet, but like I know we should not talk about politics. I could be wrong now, but the running for the mayor of London said on Twitter that he wants to bring certain events. He wants to bring WrestleMania to London, and John Cena even said it. It's not confirmed, but do you see that going ahead? Like, at least
I think WrestleMania will be in London within the next 3-4 years. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, like will you definitely get out of your WrestleMania retirement to go over to London for that?
Yeah, I'd love to look. I'd love to go to WrestleMania every year, but it's just I know firsthand what it will cost. You know what I mean? As you said, I've been lucky over the years through being able to represent sports matters at WrestleMania, but it's expensive. It's obviously a trek to America. You're over there now. It's great crack, but it's expensive. The first time I went there, I took it
Yeah,
alone because I went to WrestleCon, spent fucking $2,000 on meeting all my favorite wrestlers, which I don't regret by the way. But it's just
yeah,
yeah. Look, it's expensive. It's something that you'd have to really save up for. But who knows what the future holds? It looks like they're leaning towards Las Vegas for WrestleMania 41. So we will keep you updated. And as soon as we see something, you'll see it on the WrestleSlam Instagram page, which we've been using quite a lot at the moment, guys. We're in control and the Sports Matters TV Instagram. And then again, that website does launch this June. So for the birthday bash
yeah.
in June, we will be celebrating the birthday in style. And the birthday actually falls around June 15th, believe it or not, Matt.
There is so much happening on June 15th. Like it
Yeah,
is
it's
so
it was around that time that we started off. We set up WrestleSlam. So it was 4 years ago. I'm gonna check the exact date there while we're here. It's in the back of my head, but I just can't remember. So two
yeah.
seconds.
It,
Yeah.
it I think we did talk about this as in like it is gonna be on June, but if it's actually the 15th, then we definitely this would definitely be a big deal, like.
I'm actually, for some reason, the 15th is stuck in my head, but I don't know if that's just because obviously we have the RCW show, but I'm going to just track it down 1 second. But just bear with me 1 second, guys, because I will find it in GIF. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. We must actually get Johnny Dwyer back on the show as well, guys, because he was over
Yeah.
at WrestleMania. And it looks like he had a blast. He finally got to meet Lex Luger and Hulk Hogan, so I'd love to get his reaction on that. But bear with me 2 seconds because we are
Johnny, we need to bring him back somehow because if for those of you who actually remember him, he was there with us at the very beginning.
yeah, it was the four of us, and he was the OG of WrestleSlam, so it would be great to get him back on. Right, so where are we?
It was the four of us facing the world, baddies. It was the four of us facing the world of wrestling.
Right, we are very close. Here we go. Where are we?
Yeah. While Jerry is looking that up, I don't know if you mentioned this last show, but Will Ospreay and Brian Danielson, lads. That was a match.
That
That
was
was a
that
match.
was a match now. So I found it. Right, WrestleSlam episode 1, 3 years ago. But let's see what date that was published.
Okay.
1 second now. This is the moment of truth, guys.
This is when I
What?
had a little bit of hair at the time.
It would be actually freaky if it was the 15th. Right, 1 sec. It was the 4th of June. Yeah, the 4th of June. So yeah.
Oh, the 4th of Okay, okay. So we're gonna be a few days late.
Yes, we'll extend our party, but the 4th of June, and we will celebrate that in style, guys. We'll make sure to let you know what's happening. But yeah, the 4th of June. But yeah, it's just it's a crazy couple of weeks, guys. Make sure, as always, you support Irish wrestling, guys. We've got so many great organizations here in the country between Rebel County Wrestling, OTT, Hard Knocks, Fight Factory, Titanic Wrestling, No Limit Wrestling. Yeah, No Limit Wrestling. There's so much happening at the moment. Even I suppose the town shows, like with Fight Factory and RCW coming together for IW, yeah, IWE in it, yeah.
I remember when we were after a show of Echo Boys, me and two of the cast members actually walked back. And of course, I was the only one in the cast that is a wrestling fan. Never mind having a being the co-host of a wrestling podcast. So, we were talking about local shows, and they were like, "Yeah, we might go there for the laugh." I'm like, "No, no, 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 go." I'm not just saying this as a wrestling sport. I'm not just saying this because I attend local shows. It is great crack. You will not.
Ah,
That's what I would say to everyone.
it's absolutely magic, guys. And you know what I mean? It's like, we've been supporting Irish wrestling for over 10 years through Sports
Mm.
Matters and through various platforms. And yeah, you won't regret it, guys. It's over 18 show in Cork, you know what I mean? It's an iconic venue at the PAV. The show itself is just incredible, but it's just it's one of them things. Like even when you're at OTT in Dublin, it's truly amazing, guys. It's memories that you will not forget. But make sure you grab your tickets ASAP. Rebel County Wrestling at the Pav Cork, June 15th, guys. Tickets will sell out really fast, so grab them ASAP. But that's about it, man. We just wanted to come on and say hello, guys, because obviously we're getting back on track. Obviously, Matt's been away the last couple of weeks. Phil is unfortunately not well at the moment, but he will be back hopefully next week. And yeah, there's not a lot happening, but yet again, we're on to promote many organizations and talk.
And as for Jerry, he's got kids. That's the excuse for yourself, man.
All kids, man. But yet again, guys, we thank you for tuning our way. We will catch you very soon. The show is brought to you by Sports Matters TV and the Macau Casino Cork City. From myself, Jerry Collin, and from the one and only Matt Murphy. We will catch you soon, and stay tuned to WrestleSlam the podcast.
Stay classy, boys and gals.